Ahoy, mateys! Welcome aboard Chelder, where we're setting sail into the wacky world of pirates. From buried treasure to outrageous tales on the high seas, pirates are far more than the cartoonish swashbucklers we know today. Grab your compass, raise the Jolly Roger, and get ready for 30 insane facts about pirates that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about these legendary sea dogs. Let's dive in, and remember, this video might just make you want to start plundering yourself, but maybe leave the pirate ship to someone else. Fact number 1. Pirates didn't always wear eye patches. Contrary to popular belief, not every pirate had an eye patch. In fact, many pirates had great vision and preferred to keep both eyes intact. The whole pirate with an eye patch stereotype was popularized by stories, but in reality, it was much rarer than you think. So, unless you're Captain Hook or Long John Silver, you probably don't need to start shopping for a patch. Fact number 2. The Jolly Roger wasn't always a skull and crossbones. The infamous skull and crossbones flag, also known as the Jolly Roger, didn't start out that way. Pirates had a variety of different flags to signal their intentions. Some flags featured hourglasses, indicating that the pirate would give the crew a limited amount of time to surrender before things got ugly. Others had red flags, signaling that they wouldn't take prisoners. So, next time you see a pirate flag, just remember, it's not always a go for a full-on party. Sometimes it's a prepare-to-be-boarded warning. Fact number 3. Pirates had their own code of conduct. Before you picture a band of lawless scoundrels running wild, you should know that pirates were surprisingly rule-abiding, well in their own way. Pirates followed a code of conduct, also known as the Pirate Code, which outlined how plunder would be divided, how injuries would be treated, and what punishments awaited those who broke the rules. Violating the code could lead to serious consequences, like being marooned on a deserted island, which is far worse than getting sent to your room. Fact number 4. Blackbeard was a master of psychological warfare. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, was not only a feared pirate, but a master of psychological warfare. He would tie slow-burning fuses into his beard and light them during battles, creating a terrifying image of a man with smoke billowing from his face. Talk about making a dramatic entrance. Imagine the horror of seeing that smoke-filled, furious pirate coming toward you. If that doesn't make you hand over your treasure, nothing will. Fact number 5. Pirate ships were often smaller than you think. Many people imagine pirate ships as massive, towering vessels, but in reality, they were often quite small. Most pirate ships were around 100 to 200 tons, which is roughly the size of a large yacht. These ships were fast, nimble, and could easily outrun slower, more heavily armed Navy ships. So, while the idea of a massive pirate ship sounds cool, pirates were more about stealth and agility, speeding away before anyone could catch them, and taking whatever they wanted along the way. Fact number 6. Pirates didn't bury their treasure. The idea of pirates burying treasure on deserted islands is pure fiction, thanks to tales like Treasure Island. In reality, pirates didn't have time to bury treasure. They were far more interested in spending it immediately on food, rum, and other necessities. So if you're planning on finding treasure by digging on a random beach, you might want to reconsider your strategy. Fact number 7. Pirates loved rum more than gold. While pirates were often after gold, silver, and jewels, they were even more obsessed with rum. The classic image of pirates staggering around shouting, "Our matey," while holding a bottle of rum? Pretty accurate. In fact, pirates were given a daily ration of rum, which often played a huge part in their daily lives. If you were lucky enough to find a pirate ship, you'd probably get rum before gold. Fact number 8. Women could be pirates too. Believe it or not, women weren't excluded from the pirate life. Some of the most famous pirates were women, including in Bonnie and Mary Red. These women dressed as men to join pirate crews and earn a reputation for being fierce and ruthless. So, next time someone tells you a pirate story, remember that there were plenty of pirate queens who ruled the seas too. Fact number 9. Pirates were notorious for their unruly beards. Pirates are famous for their scruffy looks, and it turns out there's some truth to that. Pirate fashion was less about style and more about functionality. Beards were practical for keeping warm, especially in colder regions. Blackbeard, The most infamous pirate of all was known for his wild, unkempt beard, which was as much a weapon as it was a fashion statement. Fact number 10. Piracy was a legal profession. During the so-called golden age of piracy, piracy wasn't always considered a crime by the authorities. In fact, some pirates had official letters of marque that allowed them to plunder ships from rival nations legally. So, these pirates were essentially government-sanctioned pirates, which is just a fancy way of saying they were pirates with a badge. Fact number 11. Pirates used to wear earrings for practical reasons. Pirates are often portrayed as wearing gold earrings. But did you know that there was a practical reason behind this? Pirates believed that wearing earrings would improve their eyesight. While that's not exactly true, the real reason was that pirates often used the earrings as a form of payment for burial expenses. Because, being a pirate wasn't exactly the safest job. Fact number 12. The pirate walk was more of a stagger. The classic pirate walk, made famous by movies, is actually a bit exaggerated. Most pirates probably didn't swagger around with one leg up in the air like some drunken parrot. Many pirates had leg injuries from battles and would limp or stagger. So, the idea of a pirate walking with a crutch or a peg leg is much more historically accurate than pirouetting around the deck. Fact number 13. Pirates didn't just steal from ships, they stole from each other too. Pirates were known for their ruthless behavior, and that didn't stop when it came to fellow pirates. Pirate crews often had to be on constant guard against their own crew members, as stealing from one another was common. After all, when your business involves stealing from others, it's not too surprising if some pirates can't resist a little bit of internal piracy. Fact number 14. Pirate ships had a very specific pirate code. While pirates didn't always follow the laws of the land, they did follow their own set of rules. A pirate code of conduct included everything from the division of treasure to how to behave during battles. It even included specific rules for conduct during downtime. Yes, pirates were expected to behave like decent human beings at least some of the time. Who knew pirates had such structure? Fact number 15. Pirates loved their parrots, but they didn't always have them. The iconic pirate parrot was more of a myth than reality. While some pirates might have had parrots, they weren't as ubiquitous as depicted in movies. However, pirates did have a fondness for birds, and some would keep them as pets. But it turns out that birds aren't great at sailing, so the idea of a parrot constantly perched on a pirate's shoulder might have been more about creating a fun image than actual pirate life. Fact number 16. Pirates didn't always carry a cutlass. Pirates are often depicted wielding cutlasses, but they weren't the only weapon in their arsenal. Many pirates used pistols, swords, or even daggers. The cutlass, however, was favored for its ability to slash in close-quarters combat. In fact, some pirates even preferred to use whatever they could get their hands on during a battle, from axes to bare fists. Fact number 17. Pirates had a thing for rum rations. Pirates didn't just drink rum for fun. They were often given daily rations of the stuff. In fact, many pirates drank so much rum that it was said to impair their judgment. As you might imagine, this led to some rather interesting decision-making on the high seas. So, if you ever wondered why pirates were a little, shall we say, unpredictable, the rum might have had something to do with it. Fact number 18. Pirates used to fight over their ships. Pirates weren't just after treasure. They were often after better ships. In fact, pirate crews would occasionally mutiny and fight each other over the possession of a ship. If a pirate crew didn't like the ship they were on, they'd find a better one and take it from another pirate crew. It was essentially like pirate Tetris on the high seas, with the best ship going to the toughest crew. Fact number 19. Pirates were the first to use the walk the plank trick. The famous walk the plank seen in pirate movies is pure fiction. While pirates were certainly ruthless, they didn't usually force people to walk the plank as we often see in films. However, pirates did have their own brutal methods of dealing with captives, including throwing them overboard or marooning them on deserted islands. The walk the plank myth likely comes from exaggerated pirate tales and Hollywood films. Fact number 20. Pirates liked to fight with style. Pirates didn't just want to steal treasure. They wanted to make a statement. Many pirates, especially those like Blackbeard, would decorate their ships with intimidating symbols, like skulls or black sails, to strike fear into their targets. Pirates were all about style, from their clothing to their dramatic entrances. Because what's the point of being a pirate if you can't look good doing it? Fact number 21. Pirates were terrible at counting. Pirates were famous for hoarding treasure, but they weren't always the best at managing it. In fact, many pirates were terrible at math. This often led to problems when it came to dividing the spoils after a successful plunder. Sometimes, they'd argue over the treasure because someone couldn't count properly. Who knew math could lead to mutiny on the high seas? Fact number 22. Not all pirates were men. While the popular image of pirates is typically a grizzled man with a hook for a hand, many women also joined the pirate ranks. Some of the most successful pirates were women, including Bonnie and Mary Red. Both women fought alongside their male counterparts and became legendary figures. In fact, Bonnie was known for her fierce attitude and for dressing as a man to disguise herself in battle. So, next time you hear, yo ho ho, remember, there might be a lady pirate behind it. Fact number 23. Pirate ships didn't have the best hygiene. Pirates might have looked rugged and dashing on the outside, but their ships were far from glamorous. Hygiene was practically non-existent, with most pirates only bathing once in a while, if at all. The smell on a pirate ship could rival the stench of a dead fish, and the crew would often be plagued with lice and other pests. So, if you ever had the misfortune of being on a pirate ship, pack a nose plug. Fact number 24. Pirates loved music, and they could sing too. Pirates were actually big fans of music, especially sea shanties. These were the songs pirates would sing while working aboard the ship, and they helped pass the time and keep morale high. Some pirates even considered themselves pretty good singers, though whether they were musical geniuses is up for debate. But imagine having a pirate choir. Now that's an ensemble you wouldn't want to miss. Fact number 25. Pirates could be extremely superstitious. Pirates were some of the most superstitious people on the seas. They believed in all sorts of omens and would often make decisions based on their interpretation of these signs. For example, pirates considered it bad luck to have women aboard their ships, and they also believed that killing an albatross would bring a curse. Maybe they should have focused on practical things like better navigation, but hey, at least they were never bored with superstitions. Fact number 26. Pirates could be surprisingly well-educated. Not all pirates were illiterate, rough-around-the-edges sailors. Some pirates, like Bartholomew Roberts, were surprisingly well-educated and had knowledge of navigation and strategy. In fact, some pirate captains were more skilled in reading and writing than many land-dwelling folk. Who knew pirates could be so cultured? Fact number 27. The pirates are wasn't always a thing. While the pirate are is an iconic part of pirate speech, it's not something that originated in history. It was actually popularized by actor Robert Newton in the 1950 film Treasure Island. Pirates didn't have a specific pirate language, but they did have their own slang, such as calling a ship's captain the Jolly Roger or referring to the treasure as booty. So, don't blame pirates for the R, it was all Hollywood. Fact number 28. Pirates didn't just steal gold, they stole everything. Pirates weren't picky when it came to stealing goods. While they're mostly remembered for stealing gold and treasure, they also took anything that could be sold or used. This included spices, cloth, and even livestock. Some pirates even stole things like books or religious relics. So, if you were on a ship with pirates, you could say your fortune was up for grabs. Literally everything was in play. Fact number 29. Piracy is still alive and kicking today. While the golden age of piracy might be over, piracy still exists today, albeit in a more modern form. Pirates now tend to target merchant vessels in places like the Gulf of Aden or off the coast of Somalia. So, while there are no more swashbuckling pirates with treasure maps, modern pirates are still out there, using high-tech gadgets to board ships and steal cargo. Perhaps they traded in their cutlasses for machine guns, but they're still pirates at heart. Fact number 30. Some pirates retired and became governors. Pirates weren't just ruthless criminals. They were sometimes surprisingly savvy in their retirement plans. After years of stealing treasure, some pirates decided to retire and settle down. A few even became governors of colonies, using their knowledge of piracy to govern effectively. For instance, Henry Morgan, one of the most infamous pirates of his time, became the lieutenant governor of Jamaica after he retired from piracy. So, instead of ending up in prison, some pirates ended up running the show. And there you have it, ye salty sea dogs. 30 insane facts about pirates that prove these swashbucklers were a whole lot more than just eye patches and treasure maps. Who knew pirates could be so entertaining? If you enjoyed this wild ride on the high seas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more crazy facts here on Shelder. Until next time, may your ship always sail smoothly, and may you never have to walk the plank.